everyone, you're watching Jana FX, and in this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week for main pairs. We will look at important levels and what happened this week, and of course possible entry points for a new week. Of course, for my daily screenshots, you can sign up with any of my groups in Facebook, in Telegram, or VK, which is contact. And also, don't forget, you still can take part in our demo accounts Forex trading competition, and you can register during all the time while the competition is on, and you can start trading. Finally, it starts on 22nd of April, so it will be this Monday where you can already start trading. So check out the blog janafx.com, where I posted already all registered competitors. If you are new, I will be also adding you, so if you don't see yourself there, please contact me. You can do it through Facebook or send me an email, which you can find in the description of the channel. So that's pretty much it, and let's have a look at the market now. So, also it is a Easter week, which I actually didn't tell you in my previous video, but I told you in my daily technical analysis in my group. So, as you know, if you watched my videos previously on my channel, I was making and telling you before that holidays is the worst times of trading. And it's Christmas, of course, and Easter time also is not very good for trading. So Friday had many countries having a bank holiday. Also this Monday, some countries will have bank holidays like England, for example. So this week I will expect a possible moves only after opening of American session. So I wouldn't think that during the European session will be big movements, but American session could be some movements. And of course, on Tuesday, when everybody will be back from holidays, I think it will be a movement. That's what I will be looking into. Okay, so looking into the moves on Tuesday, pretty much mostly. And that's it. Let's see what do we have. So as the Easter week, of course, the movements were, but not as strong, except we had the movements like on Thursday, which obviously before Friday holiday, a lot of people wanted to try to get into the trades close, open positions, wherever, and that's why we had some movements with some pairs, but pretty much very quiet and calm week. So this is our euro dollar, and remember, this is the consolidation we had, which I was telling you in the previous video that I was expecting just sit possibly in this area. Remember, it was highlighted like a little bit of triangle using the trend line. So you see, as slow the market was, it didn't even go very high. It just was sitting in this channel, and finally on Thursday it had a breakout. So when I was doing my daily charts, I showed you that I had a trade here. So this is where I went in, and I was sitting for a few days, and you see on Thursday I could finally come out with profit. So that's a little bit of telling you how to use my my daily screenshots. So I use this big channel, so where I was placing orders, buy pending order and sell pending order. So you see the stop obviously was quite high. That's why I was sitting in and floating, so I could close out on Thursday. So what I'm looking into now, we're going to open a bigger chart so you can see the bigger picture. We're still pretty much nowhere. You see, these levels can kind of move a little bit up and down, so I gave a little bit more space for that possible movement. But you can see if we will move it back to what it was when I was using just these two tops and the bottom, you see it's pretty much I just didn't go anywhere. I was sitting in here, but I'm still going to make it a little bit more. And of course, if the market will go up, I can also add a last top, something like this, as you can see, and this would be the last to see if it will actually go into this area. We have all the tops and even the previous one from the previous movements. Okay, so but at this moment I pretty much don't need that this way. I think I'm just going to move it a little bit low, just as it was at that point, because it was using before these levels. And so, but we're right now here, and well, pretty much once again, so we're trying to get into the downtrend channel, and just like saying, well, while we'll be here, is seeing if it's it had enough, so if it's quite a little bit closer, right, to this level. So possibility of this continuation in downtrend, so a possible going down. So, and for now, entry point, I will be looking for this move around that level. Okay, so this is the level. At this moment, I don't want to do anything. Okay, that was a trade here for sell, and right now I'm going to wait if it will go down to here and consolidate around this area, around this level. So this is where I will be looking for placing the pending orders sell and placing pending orders buy. And so then I will move this level a little bit further, and that's why when you move it, you see it's pretty much in here. It will be the same distances. Let's show you once again. If we will move it back up again using the two bottoms and all the tops, the big tops, right, you'll see that in this area it's pretty much same go back up and same going down. You have it in the previous other level from another trend. So that's how I'm kind of pretty much looking at it at this point. So if it will, for example, from this level, then go down, of course, and then it will be stopped, possibly this level, and then hopefully we'll do some consolidation. Of course, I would probably expect it probably will jump back straight away, but that's the area where I will be waiting for it to go. And of course, if it will go up and up and up again using any of those levels, we'll see. And that's the top of the level, right? So of course we'll be waiting for it either once again slow down and then possible place pending orders buy and pending orders sell, unless of course it will get to this level and then jump down straight away, which is quite possible because you know, if it moves quite a lot, many pips, a lot of people started straight away to sell or buy at one or another level when it reaches and moves for many hundreds of pips, right? So that's how I see euro dollar. So not as difficult. So just waiting now as we are here, see. So I'll just wait for it to go down to this level first. Okay, so starting with this, of course it might go back into this area once again, so we will look at the same levels once again and just continue. And of course I will be doing my daily screenshots in my groups. Okay, so now we're going to pound dollar. So you can see, of course, obviously don't forget about news, economical, political. So with pound dollars didn't have any much of the news kind of, so it slowly just moved down pretty much as we expected. Remember, so we were here, it's broke down, so it moved, and now it's here. And well, pretty much remember the bigger picture from the previous, where I showed you it could be possible another, maybe it will be shoulder, head and shoulders, or maybe it will be as a possible diamond pattern, which means it will just go down. So now we're going on a smaller chart, and I'll show you. Remember, we were here, just a bit of the daily screenshot when I gave you when the market was here, and I told you, I wrote a note that just waiting time for pound, because here I didn't want to place orders, pending orders buy and pending orders sell. I wanted to wait a little bit more movements with the opening of the market, European session, and see where it will go. You see, when it started to go a little bit closer, you see how it's narrowing the distance of the between the levels. You see, when we were here, the distance was pretty much 40 pips, so it's quite a bit far. You need to place pending orders buy and pending orders sell, so your stop would be like at least 100 pips. And when you go, it's narrowing and narrowing. So you see right here, when it started to break out, you have only 30 pips. So that's why I was telling you wait a little bit, so expecting that you would understand. So when it will start to move, because you know, from here it will give you, like, let's say, okay, pending order buy here, pending order sell, and it could have just jumped and jumped back, right? So because it's distance. So when you see something like this, so you just decide for yourself you want to do it straight away, or just wait a little bit and see if it will go one or another area, a little bit narrowing down. Even if it would go in the middle, also a bit more narrower, and then you can place your pending orders. So that's how you could catch this movement down. And now we have a bigger chart. Once again, I want to have a look. So first of all, expecting possibly would be the best if it would just like sit and do some consolidation around this area. You see, we have the wings, of course. Possibly just can start to consolidate around here and go back into the same area once again. Of course, pretty much the perfect probably would be positioned if it will just go into a very narrow area, and there would be enough space to go up and well go down a little bit, so it's still a bit of a distance in here. Otherwise, maybe it will if it will sit, the best would be possibly even more going down. So, and consolidate maybe like a little bit of movements around here even more, and then it would be well, pretty much still the same. You have enough space to go back if it's somewhere around here, breaking the both levels, and then another level continue the way down. So it's kind of like this is the bigger picture, but on the smaller one, of course, like I'm saying, depends if there is a very narrow channel, could be, because you see now the channels are quite wide, like I'm saying, about between 20, the best I like 20 pips, but it could be up to 30 and 10, but no less and no more. For me, I don't like it much. So if it's here like a reasonable one, and of course could possibly use if it's a nice channel and place the pending orders, expecting a possible go back up and possible continuation to the next one. Okay, so as right now you see it's like I have a little bit of kind of correction, and that's what I'm saying, it might just be a bit like this wide, just like this one, and go. So at this moment, so that's how I use it. So you're looking at this area first, okay? So, and like I'm saying, pretty much that possible, because London will be closed on Monday, so Tuesday maybe will be a good movements possibly. Okay, and now we're going to Australian dollar, and so with Australian dollar, let's see on the bigger picture. You see, that's what it's trying to do, is try to come out from our triangle area. That's why, of course, it started to have all these false breakouts, and I was waiting here for a consolidation. I'll show you, and got a few trades in here and trying to get out from this trade. I'm still floating on this one, and I'm trying to get out from it. So, and here you see I could draw a little bit of this channel using these two bottoms, and one of the tops, a little bit of another tops, well, like a wings pretty much. Okay, so of course, looking at this main picture is looking like a possibly the pair should continue the way down, right? So that's why I'm waiting. Hopefully it will go down. If it will get in here, for example, maybe slow down, maybe a bit of correction, then I will be looking at a possible placing new orders, pending orders here. Again, both some consolidation and possible continuation inside the triangle. So maybe we're still getting inside the triangle, and then of course to the next level. That's the big picture. Okay, the bigger picture shows us a little bit of a downtrend. Okay, inside here in the triangle. So of course at the same time it might turn around and go back up, and of course we will see once again if there will be any consolidations around here, or maybe it will just break up and go back, go up to the next, the highest. So we will see. But on the smaller charts, that's what I'm trying to say, is that was a nice channel. You see, this is where I actually I went in the trade. Except you see, well, obviously it's what happened through the night. But I'm saying I don't really like to trade the pairs in Asian Australian session. I mean, it's Australian dollar, so I got into this trade, and that's where it caught me. You see, so that's why I'm sitting here. Then of course I was buying and selling again. So right now I'm trying to get out from this. So it will continue the way down. That would be great. I will get out from this and wait for some consolidation around here. Of course, if it will continue the way up, I will be looking at buying again. Okay, so and possibly break out and continue the way up. So that's pretty much with Australian dollar. You see at this moment it just goes slowly up and upside downs. Of course, possibly here, like I'm saying right now, I don't see any entry points, and it might just go in here and then turn around, like touch it, turn around. Maybe it will create a double, a head and shoulders. So of course, it might like go back into this area and then give a shoulder. This will be the neck area and continue the way down. So I'm expecting, waiting it for hopefully to go to this area next. So that's the Australian dollar. Okay, and we will have some news for America, of course. Here's the dollar yen, all the way same. We have it here. I had my pending orders, buy and sell, all the way all week. You see how slow it was the whole week, no movements. Okay, this coming week there will be some news also for yen. So I hope that they're going to make some movements and placing orders once again, buy and sell. Of course, if I would look on a bigger picture, what it shows me in here, that it's kind of pretty much showing that it should go down, right? Remember, we're looking at it because it looks like a shoulder, it looks like a head, and maybe it will be another, like it will go down, maybe it will be another shoulder, or it will sit in this uptrend channel, right? Go down here and then continue the way up. But it's been so long and slow in here that I think now it's pretty much from this move up, it's accumulated enough energy to continue the way up. So that's why I don't exclude that it can have no correction at this point and just continue the way up first, and probably around this same area before. You see from the previous, we had a triangle here too, and from here it might turn around, okay, and have a correction finally. So, well, obviously, like I'm saying, there will be news, and so we'll see. Hopefully it will not make jumps out as much, and just will be a bit smooth enough anyway, go up or enough to go down. So, but that's pretty much like the dollar yen we have. Then obviously afterwards we will do all the same using the levels and daily charts. My screenshots I will show you and post in my groups. And remember, guys, I don't take all the trades. Obviously, not every single trade. Okay, I not on every single pair. Okay, so like with Australian dollar, I get in now, and I need to get out, so I don't take some many other trades right now. Okay, so I'm trying to get out, and of course I'll make a video for you guys how it will co-op, how to co-op with things like this. And right now I'm doing it on the small accounts also to show you afterwards how to, if it's working or not, what is better working or not, because you know I'm trying to do it right now with stops, but I like I'm saying, with my stops I often I don't place them, okay, and different ways of it, okay. So dollar Canadian once again also moving in a very wide sideways channel, except it makes quite good movements, which is enough to get in and get out with at least 10 pips. I didn't go personally for dollar Canadian trade this week because I didn't think it was good enough, and didn't look like it's going to be any good movements, okay. So and we're still, once again, you see the same area I highlighted you. You see how many times we've already been here, and so that's pretty much well, I highlighted this area again once again, but I'm not going to place my orders, so it's possible place again pending buy and sell order. This is very, very narrow, so it's like I wouldn't use this one, and I would personally just wait a bit more, because look on this big picture, it's once again it's getting into kind of a triangle, can't even reach this level, right? Okay, maybe I can move it a little bit more like this, yeah, right, okay, it can be, and so that means that this could possibly have a good move to the next level, right? So it can be something like this, but I'm going to just leave it as it was, and I think I would rather just wait, as personally for me, to when it will actually finally make it move, okay? If it will make move to one or another, then I'll wait for consolidation, because then it would be a bit more reasonable, enough space to go like this level, or level of this uptrend, and at the same time, of course, a possible going down. I still would rather to maybe see when it goes to the next level of the trend line, okay? Because here is so much noise. I don't really like it much, but I mean, you see, even if you will, for example, exclude all of those wings, right, and then just go like this, it does look like it's accumulating, right? Accumulating, and finally it should break out, right? So it break out. Of course, is in this channel, it might looks more looking like a breakout and going up, okay, but at the same time it can go down to finish that movement, for example, touch the bottom and then turn around. So you see, it's, but because of all the swings, I don't really like it as much. That's why I don't know, well, that's what I'm saying, like in this, for example, in this situation, I wouldn't place the stops, but like I'm saying, it depends how big the account is, because it's too many of these jumps and downs, like with the same with Australian. That's why I would have preferred like not to place the stops until it's finally pick the direction, right, and make a good move. So that's why I don't know, we'll see. It's at this moment I'm just going to leave it as this. I gave you an idea about how to look at it, and it's up to you what you want to do with this, but yeah, this is the situation. So like I'm saying, because we will be already after Easter, then I'm expecting good moves finally, okay, finally good moves this week. Okay, so with now gold also is very easy. We come out, remember it was a very big channel, and we came out from it finally. And just like I was telling you that Mondays, right, it can make movements, quite often good movements on Mondays. So you see it's actually go out from the channel, and if you remember, I warned you, right, where it could have stopped, where all the wings, right, so this is pretty much where it stopped first, and then it's reversed, and went down. So the possibility would have been here, of course. I also was giving you the screenshots. I was telling you a little bit wait when we were around here. So of course, like for me, I would have waited a bit of more consolidation underneath that level. So if it would have some consolidated a little bit more, and I would be using it as a sell. Okay, so selling. But you see, it started to move straight away without any consolidation. So it's pretty much broke out, pulled back, and continued its way. So, and now it started to consolidate at next level. Remember, as expected, right? I drew it from the previous bottom. And here we go now. So that's the bottom where you see you can draw it too. And now it's, as I see it, is a bit nicer area for me to get into the trade, because now we have enough space to continue the way down and enough space to return, right? So of course, again, on this picture, I would see as we had a big drop, then I would be more towards, of course, a bit of the correction first, right? So maybe it will have a correction and go back to the same area, same channel, or maybe it will have just a little bit. You can use also, don't forget, FIBA levels to see, maybe use just the FIBA levels and see where it's going to stop. So you see, now I can draw this a little bit further. Remember, that's what I was telling you, that maybe we do have starting a downtrend finally, right? So it could be. So if we will, maybe it won't turn around, and who knows, maybe it would want to go back. So that's why all of these levels, we are keeping them, right? We're not removing them just in case the market would want to go back. So like that's what I'm saying, just going to leave it here. Okay, so let's say if it will have a bit of correction, and we'll see where it will again consolidate. Maybe it will be the same channel, maybe a little bit low, maybe it'll just give us a flag or something. But of course, after this, I would have expected something. But you know, it's gold. It can just have a very small consolidation and continue the way down without any big problem, without even sweating too much, let's say it that way. So that's why I would definitely look at this area right now, okay, so the possibility. Okay, so now we're going to Euro Pound, and Euro Pound also had a bit of the movement, and here, remember it was here, and I gave you a screenshot when they had it a bit of triangle, and it come out from it. So this was on Tuesday, where I said to you also wait. So I would presume if you got into the trade buy, just wait for it, and you see it moved. So this is where you could have come out with the profit. Okay, so now I don't see anything at this point. I will be just wait once again. So now going, because you can see where it stopped in the middle between one and another level, and all easy for me with Euro Pound. I would just wait to see on the bigger picture if it will go to this level, okay, and consolidate around that level, or if it will go back down to this one and consolidate around this one. But I prefer it to consolidate underneath that level, okay, so underneath this one or above this one, because we have enough space to go to the level, and of course enough space to go anywhere down. So that's pretty much it. Of course, once again, it moved quite a bit, so maybe we'll have a bit of a correction, but at the same time we're still in a trend channel, which I would expect it, of course, get in and touch the level, okay, before it will have a correction. So from that, it might just go down here, maybe do consolidation here, and who knows what the news will bring for Euro Pound. Maybe continuation, maybe breaking, changing the trend, or continue inside the downtrend channel. So, but pretty much that's it. Starting with this area. Okay, so now we're going to pound yen. Also, this is where we go. You see, that's our bit of consolidation, and broke pretty much, right, went down, got to again the same level, still using the trend level, and getting a bit here. Look, I could draw a little bit of this level, so now I'm going to tell you how to use this one, because it's pretty much, it could be something like this, right? If we use the wings, so it's like, okay, we're underneath this, kind of looking like a triangle, or we are like right in the middle. So it's roughly, I'm showing you, this is like a little bit of something, right? So what I'm trying to show here is that, you see, I'm giving you another one. This is where I would have looked to go for next possible entry point. So if it will do consolidation in here, okay, so I wouldn't expect that like breaking and then you like sell straight away. No, that's why I have this one to see, well, okay, it might be, remember, it might be not as straight, it likes symmetrical lines too. Okay, now it's like broke it all a bit. Let's just leave this for now, just showing you that one. Okay, now need to go back to where we were. Back a little bit. Okay, so we're right here a little bit. So that's what I'm saying. There could be consolidation, and that could of course go something like this, maybe a little bit like that. But I'm going to draw it like that for now. Let's see if it will give a bit of channel. And so I would use that is pending order sell, and of course here a pending order buy. And that's why I have this, because it might be going a little bit up, or who knows, maybe it might even go up like this. So if it will ignore this level, of course can remove it after all, and just to see if it will break that, maybe it will have the same once again, like moving something like that once, just like as it was. You see a little bit of the area on top of the trend channel. Okay, so let's just go back on a bigger picture to see if it's all understandable. Because I moved it a little bit, so roughly, see, like this is where we are, and here we go. It's like possibly still turn around and then sit in here. Maybe also you see it's like looking, who knows, like right, it might be another like little bit of the channel up. So if it will go, that's why you don't exclude that a possibility. It might go back up, and at the same time here it might go back down to here, a possible like a neck area, right? So remember, we're also looking at this as a possibility. It could be head and shoulders, something like that. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's all my thoughts for the pairs, and don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget also once again the competition. You can still register. Check all the links, and start on 22nd of April. Check all the links in the description under this video. Okay, and of course don't forget to join the groups. And happy trading. I see you next week. Bye everyone.